Alright guys, show you the progress I've made here. So it's pretty simple. Lots of cutting, grinding, and all that good stuff. But, so I leveled the frame out. I ended up, lifting up one side and dropping the other and using some paint sticks and all that. But this is kind of where I got to on this side. So I cut out the front, the old brace, that's what's left there. That's where the, the back of the motor would have been attached to originally. I ground down all the pieces, all the parts of the frame where this kit was going to be. So it's kind of just clamped on there. I've got it somewhat leveled. I had a little bit of screwing around to do to make it fit with the body mount. I had to cut it down and weld it back together. It was a little wider, but no big deal. So this is what this side looks like without being ground down or anything. So I'm gonna just kind of mark the spots and grind it down where I can weld to it. I got to get up here. And this was kind of butchered off when it was done, and that's just another mount right there that I guess doesn't get used right now. But this kit comes with an extra one, so I'll probably end up using that. So a bunch of grinding on there. It's kind of an ugly job, but then once it goes on, I've got the piece right there. Put it up, clamp it, kind of level it out the best you can. Once I get it clamped on, then I want to put in the crossmember, which goes from here obviously to the other side. I can level that, make sure it's good, and then start tacking that all together, and then I can start working on all the rest of the body mounts and everything. But it should be good. Should really strengthen up a lot under here, and a bit of a pain doing it with the body on the car, but I guess taking it will probably be a lot of work, so this is what I'm doing. Alright guys, so underneath there I'll show you where I've got both of those braces pretty much where I want to be, all clamped in. Just watching a little bit of the old instructional video. It actually looks pretty good. Came with all the hardware I need. This is actually a trans cross member. I don't have that in yet, but I'm going to go probably bolt that in right away once I kind of show you what I've done here. So underneath I've got them both clamped into place. It's got pretty slick little 1/4-inch bolt to just kind of center it where it should be, which is great. I have it on here. I bought this little digital thing, so we're within half a degree there, and side to side, same thing, half a degree. But I got the floor jack on it, so before I go too crazy on it, I can always adjust it up and down, which I was just kind of doing. So there we go, right in a hurry, it got right up to be basically perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. So once that's all good, I'll put the crossmember in for some bracing there. The instructions there recommend you kind of tack all four corners of all these braces and whatnot. So I'll do that. And then once I get that done, I'm going to put all the body bushings, like I got everything in and just kind of tack together. So I'll bolt that all together sturdy, and then I can actually legitimately weld those in. They're just kind of all loose, but really it should be good. The car is dead level, the frame's level, everything is perfect. So once I do that, I should be able to tighten it all up. It should stay level, and then weld it all together. And then worst case, if it's not after the fact, the bushing kit came with some spacers and stuff like that, so I can do that afterwards. But that's kind of what she's going to look like. So hopefully I'll just start tack welding it all together, give it a bunch more strength, and then once I get that done, there's actually another brace that goes across there. But I don't know if I'll put that in right now or I'll wait till a little later, but that's where I'm at. Pretty simple little kit. So like I said, I'm going to finish watching this video, put a few tack welds on, get everything bolted together, and show you the progress. Alright guys, just been cleaned up here a little bit. So I made a fair bit of progress last night. So I'll show you here. So I got all the body mounts in, kind of half started. I got the frame all tack welded in and all that. The brace here, it's all dead level, ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and start welding this in permanently. So it turned out really good. It's going to add a pile of strength. I got this back brace in there as well. Measured it all up and it fit. So yeah, I'm going to burn that in, and then probably going to start working on the these side braces up here as well. So I'll get that all taken care of. So put you on the tripod, you can watch me kind of weld a bunch. Hopefully I don't run out of welding gas this time. Alright guys, so I made a bunch of progress underneath here. I got the bracing all welded in. Then I went over it all with some seam sealer, so that could look nicer, but it is what it is. I managed to get all the center brace all in, welded straight, perfect, ready to go, leveled. So that's that. So my next thing is up in there, up in the trans tunnel. It's all full of old undercoating. I'm just going to kind of clean some of that out before I paint it all up again. And then same under here, probably just kind of fill in all the little gaps and stuff like that with some seam sealer if I missed any. And then start painting it black. Should be pretty simple. And up top, I finished doing a little bit of the floors. This thing had patch panels put in many years ago. All kind of in the side and stuff like that. I mean, they were solid. They weren't too bad. They obviously weren't factory replacement ones, but it is what it is. I mean, the seams are all there. I just went over everything, cleaned off the old seam sealer, put some new stuff on. I'm just gonna kind of rocker coat it type thing from some truck bed coating. I mean, it'll be good enough. And once it's all black, you'll never know. And then I'll slap some carpet over it. I mean, it's a gasser, so it's probably nicer than half them were anyways. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna paint this all black, show you how it turned out, and I'll start working underneath, scraping off the old undercoating and making it look pretty. Alright, here's what the floors look like. Good enough. Be covered in carpet. So that's that. Well, that was drying. I was messing around under the car. You can see I was scraping off a little undercoating or grease or whatever it was. All up in the trans tunnel there. So I'll probably hit that with the flap wheel real quick. And then it'll be good enough to undercoat. And yeah, probably should have painted this before I welded it in, but whatever. Some of these top pieces, there's no room to get your fingers between the floor and everything. But lesson learned for the next bracing kit I put in a 55 Chevy. Yeah, so that's that. I'll keep cleaning up under here, and I'll probably show you guys what it looks like after it's got some paint on it. Alright guys, here's how it turned out. Got a wire wheeled it all, cleaned it all up, took the brace off, blew it all with air. So tonight, I wrapped it around a seam sealer, so I can only do, like I said, only done the one side there the other day. I'll have to get some more and do that side tomorrow, which it's been done before, but it wasn't seam sealed after. I just wanted to match both sides. But that being said, tonight I can, I'll probably start going here back, and I'm just going to truck bed coat the floor and then the frame and this little brace and all that. I'll just paint that with some black just so it stays looking nice. So I'll get to that. Should look pretty good when it's all done, and yeah, I think that's about it for me for tonight. Alright, there we go. Quick coat of paint. Nothing too crazy. But it looks good enough. I'm sure I'll probably put a second coat on at some point there. Like I said, I still got a little bit to do. The front part of the frame, I'm actually going to probably like POR 15 that or make it look nice and pretty, because you'll actually see all that once the front end is flipped up. That's that. Looks pretty race car. So yeah, I'll put that brace back in and it'll be good. And then I gotta start working on the back side, and then obviously both sides I haven't done a whole lot with there, so that'll be tomorrow's project. But I'm telling you, I've had enough being under this thing. A hoist would be nice for stuff like this. Oh well, that's it for tonight. Talk to you guys later.